What up? What's good, y'all? What's up? Top of the top. Another day. Whew. I had a rough morning this morning. That's all I'm gonna say right now. But everything is good. Back and ready. Couple things to talk about today. It's not probably gonna be too long, but y'all already know what's up. I gotta pull up for the people. Good morning. Good morning, Kim. Good morning. What up? What's popping, Wax? What up, bro? What's good? Good morning, Lady Love. I see you. Hold up. Lady Love. I see the family here cooking this morning. What up, Big Phil? Top of the top, Big Phil. What up, the real Mike OG? That's right. Wiz is an example of nerds winning. Yup. And that's why I'm going to get into a little bit of that. Yup. It's funny you said that because that's part of what I was going to show you in this show how, like you said, a lot of these dudes was nerds from the beginning. They just portrayed the image. They purchased they bought the rapper package. You dig? It's a rapper kit that you buy, and you know what I'm saying, you look like a rapper. He one of them. I'm gonna show y'all. What up, JE? Good morning, Miss Jackie. Good morning, Miss Jackie. How you doing this morning? That's right, Grand Rising. Everybody up. If you ain't up, get your ass up. Wake up. What's up, Shay? I see you here, Shay. Danielle Walker, what's up? Oh, I'm getting things in order right now, man. I had a hectic morning. That's all I'm gonna say. I've been running around already this morning, scrambling, man, trying to put this show together, man. What's up, King Hannibal? Yeah, we up. Good morning, Angel. All right, y'all. I done held y'all long enough. I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. Y'all already know I'm gonna get back to y'all. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some of this because WHIZ Khalifa, he said he's not wearing no more jewelry, no more big chains, no more flashy gold. Now, I will say I respect him on that. And he did take a stand because he see what's happening to a lot of these rappers. And don't forget, he's from PA, he's from Pennsylvania, but he's from Pittsburgh. P&B Rock from Philly. Well, maybe what happened to P&B Rock, maybe he might have felt that pain. Maybe he might have felt it because you know WHIZ Khalifa he be in LA a lot too. But the point is, all this represent the narrative we've been talking about is this all over. A lot of rappers don't want to be rappers no more. And you know, the smart rappers, they already got their money invested in other things. They don't got to never make another rap song again. The smart ones. Also, I'm gonna be talking about the comedian Sinbad and how he had a stroke and he doing bad and he damn near died. And it's some things I'm gonna show you within Sinbad that apply with the times. I'm also gonna talk about an officer that committed suicide after shooting some people up. It was a female officer, and she shot some females. So I'm gonna talk about that, and you know, a couple other things. Y'all know how I do. How to let y'all pull up. Good morning, Lexi, the real Johnson, Tasha Peters. What's up? Sean Arnold. Once again, Shay. So like she said, Wiz and P&B collaborated. That's what I'm saying. That shit probably struck a nerve in him. Because, like I said, if I was a rapper, I'd be moving real smart right now. I wouldn't be thinking about none of that. See, the thing is, you gotta know when to cash out, man. Like I always tell you, some people just don't know when to cash out. Nothing lasts forever. Good morning, Miss Deja. Nothing lasts forever, man. I don't care. Even if you winning, y'all know that with the casino, real life, you gonna win, but you're gonna take losses. And nowadays, you can lose your life by making the wrong choices. That's what this is all about right now. So you gotta know how to move. J.E. said, I'll be sure messed up too. Yeah, y'all. Because remember, we broke it down yesterday that, you know, they get the glory in the beginning, but you don't get to see the end, how it end for them. They showed you time and again what happened to all of these people, but we're going to get into it today. So without further ado, welcome to the show, episode 312, Photo Fame Live. Salute to everybody that's here in the chat, everybody catching the replay, everybody that's in tune. And yes, I'm shadow banned. Yes, I am. And somebody else told me today they subscribed to me, but they couldn't find the channel. You feel me? But that's what happened, y'all. Ain't no way I can go live for a whole month and only get a subscriber here and there a day. You feel me? Yeah, I'm slowed up. But guess what? They ain't gonna stop now. You know why? Because the people that listen to me, they gonna check up and pull up on the channel every day. So I know who rock with me, and salute to everybody that hit the like button. That's real love right there. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. So look, let's get into the topic of the day. Wiz Khalifa, no more wearing jewelry due to rappers getting killed. Like I said, I'm gonna salute him for that because he already a millionaire. He has nothing to prove. He's straight. And sometimes you're just gonna bring the wrong energy on you. What's up, Stylee? You're gonna bring the wrong energy at the wrong time. That's why I be trying to tell people. This is not floss season. It is not. If you can't comprehend that, then you're in your own bubble. You're in your own world. And that's what people got to understand. It'll be a time to floss again and shine and do all this extra stuff. Right now, your mind should be set on survival. You take it or leave it. And maybe Wiz Khalifa knows some things. But don't get it twisted. I'm not letting him off the hook neither, because I'm going to explain some other things as well. And I'm going to show you why he don't want to wear jewelry no more. I'm going to explain it to you. So let's take a look at what Wiz had to say. Wiz Khalifa recently sat down for an interview with DJ WHIZ and revealed that he has grown out of wearing jewelry. Stop right there. Salute that man on that. Because what's the key word he said? Grown out, which really means he grown up. He grew up. He understands I'm rich. I don't got to wear a bunch of chains to prove to niggas I got money. I don't got to do that no more. And plus, he understands that that's part of the costume. See? So as you see, he revealed that he has grown out of wearing jewelry, placing his value on other things like businesses, stuff like that. Because a lot of, if I'm not mistaken, yes, does he not have his own strand? Yes, he does. He got his own merch. He got his own stuff. He don't got to rap no more. So therefore, he don't got to act like a rapper. Get it? Y'all got it. The rapper went in depth about his decision on the Who's House podcast and said, you grow out of that shit and you place value in other things at certain points. He continued. See that? Remember how many times I told you that most of these rappers, most of these dudes, all they want is a chain. All they want is a chain. How many times I told y'all that? All they want is a chain. All they want is a car. All they want is a crib. And then they want to try to explain to you like they're trying to inspire you to get what they got when they ain't got nothing. Why they don't got nothing? Because they don't have no businesses. They don't have no employees. They don't have nothing on the stock market. They have nothing but things that can disappear overnight. They have no long-term investment. That's what I've been trying to tell people. I'm not a hater. I just know what time it is. I don't think like a small pole no more. I see the big picture and I understand why we've been losing. You get it? And like I said, it's nothing wrong with liking nice things. It's nothing wrong with that. But the time we in, having nice things and showing off is the problem. If you got nice things, keep it to yourself. That's it. This ain't the time to be bragging and boasting and trying to act like you better than other people and you straight more than other people because you got a little something they ain't got. So what you call inspiring is actually bragging. It's called bragging and boasting. You ain't inspiring. You know how you inspire somebody? And you say, look, I'm about to start a new company. I want to give you a job. I got some things going on. I would like you to be a part of this investment I made. That's inspiring people. Showing off what you got don't inspire nothing. But when you have the mind of a nigga and you're talking to other niggas, you think that's inspiring a nigga. That ain't inspiring nobody. You inspire people by leading by example, by building stuff. That inspires stuff. You got to do something. You have to put work in on your own, and then your story will inspire others. But anybody showing you something that ain't inspiring, that's bragging and boasting, that's flossing on you. That's my opinion. He continued, it's cool to have that mind frame as well, or it's cool to have the little joint too. You don't have to have the biggest, craziest situation going on. Basically saying you can wear chains, but they ain't always got to be super big. They ain't got to be extra. That's what I be trying to tell people. I've been saying this for a minute. When I was talking about how everybody was wearing a rapper chain. And I told you what a rapper chain is, because whatever chain the rappers wear, you will see the people, the brothers in the hood, everybody goes by the same exact jewelry. Like it's only one gold chain made. It is thousands of gold chains. If you got money, you could build your own chain, but everybody ran it by the same chain the rappers wear. So when they go from white to yellow to rose gold or black gold, you know, at one point, whatever Jay-Z wore, everybody wore. Nobody wearing black diamonds no more. Why? Because Jay-Z don't wear it no more. Nobody wearing yellow diamonds no more. Why? Because canary yellow ain't the fad no more. But these diamonds are still being sold and they still on the market. But people only going to follow what the rappers do. That's my point. This ain't no hate. WHIZ then spoke about the alarming amount of murder happening within hip-hop, saying, and with all these murders and shit going on, it's inviting fucking energy. See that? He understands that. It attracts bad energy that you don't really need. And people look at you like they get excited when they see that type of shit. He's talking about the jewelry and the gold around the neck. He concluded by saying, me, I'm the type of person that thinks about my safety first and then added, I'll do you the favor because I don't want anything to happen to you. I don't want anything to happen to anybody. See that? That's called being smart. Yeah, I could throw a bunch of gold on my neck and walk around with a gun. But what's going to happen? 9 times out of 10, either somebody going to try to get me and I'm going to have to kill them. Why? Because I decided to floss at the wrong time. Now I put myself in some shit that's going to cost me some money because now I got to get lawyers, bond money, all this extra shit. Somebody dead, shot. I might get shot. Who knows? Hospital bill, all this bullshit. Why? Because I wanted to floss around people that's not flossing. That's my point. Now I can see it's a time for everything. It's a time for everything. Don't get it twisted. It's a time to look your best. It's a time to look like money if that's what you want to do. But you just got to know the season and the place. That's it. In the hood, it's not a place to be flossing. In the public, on public people, see, this is why a lot of celebrities go overseas, because they can enjoy themselves and don't have to watch their back. You got to know how to save yourself from yourself sometimes, see? That's called being smart. I don't care if I got 5 bodyguards and we all strapped. You have to know how to diffuse certain situations and not put other people in smoke. That's called being smart. That's right. It was platinum for a minute. Everybody was wearing platinum. But dudes now, they can't afford no platinum. You feel me? That's why a lot of these jewelers, keyword of jewelry is you know what? The keyword of jewelry is you know what? They control that market and they decide with other people what's going to be the fashion, what we're going to sell these niggas this year, and in the next year we're going to sell them these niggas this. And a lot of people don't know. A lot of them diamonds be flawed, chipped up. A lot of those diamonds they put in rapper jewelry be residue diamonds from the real jewelry they put out. If you know about jewelry, you might not. I'll tell you a little something. The more the diamond becomes broke down, the lesser it has value. And in all world of reality, diamonds, they got a fake value. It would never be the weight of gold and platinum. But that's a whole nother topic. Good morning, Rondell. Good morning. I see you. Liberty Hazelton. What's up, y'all? Good morning. That's right. A lot of hybrid diamonds. A lot of that stuff is moissanite. Moissanite look exactly like diamonds. You got moissanite. We already know about cubic zirconias. They look foggy. My point is this. Wearing jewelry right now is the wrong time. What you should be doing is having it in your safe and things like that. If you go into a major event, yeah. If you're taking pictures, yeah. It's called promotion. Yeah, it's okay. But as far as you just walking around with gold on your neck every day, who you trying to floss on? It's hard times out here. It's inflation. So all that flossing, you're going to start looking like a steak. You're going to start looking like a lobster out here. That's what you're going to look like. So you got to understand that. This is not flossing season. That's right, Larry Hebrew. Jewelers use the finesse game. That's right. And a lot of rappers get jerked all the time. They might buy a big piece, and that piece got real diamonds and fake diamonds in it. And that shit is what it is. You feel me? That's why you got to understand when they sold us this dream of a whip and a chain. And that's why you'll see the average person, all they want is a whip and a chain, a car and a necklace. After that, they don't have no other goals. If you peep game, after they get that, that's it. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep it pushing. Shout out to everybody that's here. I understand where Wiz is coming from, because he also understands that all that gangster image ain't popping right now. But I got to throw some salt in the wound, and I'm going to explain to you this. Now, you heard me the past couple days, weeks, I've been talking about the Abomination era. Well, guess what? Wiz Khalifa is a rapper that blew up in the Abomination era. And he was pushing agendas too. He was supposed to be the next Snoop Dogg. So that's why his whole gimmick was promoting smoking weed. But it's not about that. I'm just going to show you how it's a generation of your young boys that grew up over Wiz Khalifa. And they thought it was about smoking weed. And don't forget, Wiz Khalifa was gangbanging. He allegedly was Crip and was claiming Crip, Taylor gang, all that Crip talk, Crip. Because I told you, to be a rapper, the package was for the past 10 years, you got to be in the gang. You got to portray the role of a killer, a shooter. And that's the whole image. That was the whole image. You got to get tatted out. You got to have a rap. I'll tell you got to have a rapper package. When you seen a rapper with no tattoos, when you seen a rapper that ain't tatted out from head to toe, you got to get tatted out. You got to buy you some chains. You got to claim a gang now. If you don't claim no gang, you ain't going to make it. Look at every rapper that's out right now that been out the past 10 years and watch, you'll see every last one of them claims a particular gang or they're gang affiliated. Why? Because gang was part of the deal of extermination. And Wiz Khalifa was with it too. And he know he been claiming Crip and he don't want no more smoke. So that's why he don't want to be gangster no more. He don't want to rock gold no more. Get it? But I'm still going to respect him for making that decision and put it out there in public to let people know all that gold chain wearing right now ain't cool when you're a young boy. But like I said, you got to remember, it's not profitable. He got his own companies now, so he don't got to claim Crip and tell a gang and walk around like he don't got to do that no more. But all you got to do, y'all should already know this. Just think of every rapper. I told you, that was what that whole 6ix9ine represented. He was the end of that. And that's why you'll see ever since him, everybody been getting indicted. Because even he knew that if I claim the gang, boom. But I feel like the powers that be sent him disguised as a rapper, but the whole time he was already working. And his whole job was to infiltrate. That's why he didn't go to jail. Because at the end of the day, I feel like he could just be a young boy with a badge and a gun. My point is this. You'll see, ever since Lil Wayne, Jim Jones, it was a process. But you'll look at 2008, 9, 10, you'll see every rapper had to outright claim a gang. Now, we know people have been gang affiliated forever, but they didn't put it out there. You had to be claiming a gang to get success. You either had to come out in a gang or you had to come out and line yourself up with the Rainbow family. And then I'm going to show you how they crossbreeded and they created a hybrid of a gangster thug image breeded with Rainbow activity. They took them and fused them together. I'm going to show y'all. All right, salute to everybody that's here. We cooking this morning, but we still laid back. Episode 312. Now, like I said, see the rapper chain. Y'all heard me talk about that a lot. How many rappers wear the same fucking chain? How many people wear the same fucking chain? This ain't no disrespect. I'm just showing you. You got to be your own thinker. You got to have a mind of your own. Because when that chain play out, then you're going to wait for the next chain to come up and you're only going to wear it because that rapper wearing it. That's called being a follower. When you got money, you get your own shit built. Now, it's nothing wrong rocking a Cuban. Cuban is official. Cuban is fly. Cuban is all that. But I'm just saying, did you buy that Cuban because you really want a Cuban? Or did you buy that Cuban because you seen your favorite rapper with one? Which one is it? And I'm showing you that chain is part of the costume. All right? Part of the image. But I'm going to show you now that it's not profitable, the portray certain images, that's why they want to change. But now we're going to take a look at what Wiz Khalifa really was about under all of that. And I'm going to show you why he don't want to change. Why he want to change. You know why? Because it ain't cool to be gangster no more. Because maybe he was never gangster anyway. So let's take a look. And you'll see the certain behavior. These dudes was fronting and hiding the whole time, perpetrating a fraud. But now it ain't cool no more. Like the bro said earlier, the nerds winning. Yeah, the nerds been winning because they learn how to play the game. Social media has gave nerds the biggest boost ever in the world, where they were able to use this technology to deceive people to make us think they something they not. And that's on every level. So I'm going to show you he's really a good guy. WHIZ is a good guy. But my point is this: he ain't never been no gangster. Now I'm going to show you how these niggas been portraying suspect behavior, crossbreed with gangster acting. You feel me? So you see that? He don't want to wear chains no more because he don't want to end up like P&B Rock. It's not cool to portray Crip no more. See that? He's seen Nipsey get smoked. He's seen Quando Rondo get shot at. He's seen what's going on. He see what happened to Takeoff. But that ain't the point. Let's continue on. These dudes wasn't gangster anyway. You see that man with his hand on his hip. You see that man with no drawers on, showing cleavage, man. I'm trying to show you these dudes are male prostitutes, and that's how they got in the game. These dudes are suspect. I told you. What man dressed like that? Huh? What man dressed like that? Do you see the pink lipstick? I told you they be wearing lipstick. Do you see the pink lipstick? Do you see the picture strategically taken from lip down? See, because a lot of y'all don't know subliminal messages. You don't understand signs and symbols. He ain't talking to us. He's talking to other people. That picture is for the rainbow community. Why? Because that's where he make his money at. Trying to tell you, these dudes been doing this stuff. See that? Showing you the behavior. See that? The behavior. Subliminal messages. What does that picture mean? You got a brain, don't you? You smart, ain't you? Yeah. But see, he don't need the gangster community. He don't got to claim Crip no more. That's why it ain't cool no more. Now I'm going to market myself to the other people. I told you that. They're going to market themselves to whoever they feel going to support them. So now it ain't cool to be supported by the gangsters because the gangsters getting killed and going to jail. Now they're marketing themselves slickly to the rainbow community. I showed you with Meek Mill. You seen it with August Alsina. They've been doing that shit. They understand markets and sales. What is this right here? What does that represent? All right, let's carry on because it's disgusting, right? But I'm going to show you the works of a male prostitute and a whore. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And these are the dudes that were sent out to brainwash your kids the past 10 years. So now that all the kids are brainwashed, he don't gotta perpetrate no more because the mission has prospered. This is why I'm trying to show y'all this program that they had going on. It took them 10 to 15 years to conquer it and master it. Now you see it working. My point is, it was never my point. I don't care about nobody in the rainbow community. I'm just trying to show you how a lot of these boys didn't have a choice because it was forced in their brain and in their subconscious. They didn't know what the hell was going on, but they was being groomed the whole time. Their brain cells was being groomed into this. That's why we see what we see. And I'm saying it now because for you mothers, you got to protect your boys now because now they on their own. They're on their own out here. That's why I showed you how now the rainbow community is under attack because they created this breed of people or they created this lifestyle, but now the lifestyle they helped create is under attack now. This is what I wanted to show you. And it goes many different ways. But I just want to show y'all, man, these dudes been on that type of time. They were just hiding behind a costume. You see? Because they know if I throw in a fitted, a snapback, I throw on a gold chain, put a rag on, I'm banged out. Do you not see the pink lips? Do you not? Is that not lipstick, ladies? All right. Is that man not? What he's showing you in this picture, his ass is for sale. See? Male prostitute. Told you, man. And these niggas was marketing to that shit the whole time. Why? Because they know eventually people like me and you, we ain't buying that shit. We ain't supporting that shit. After a while, we know it's trash. Now, another thing, don't forget, his #1 hit was Black and Yellow. Also, you see the genders on his shirt. His hit was Black and Yellow. And I always knew it was some suspect with WHIZ as far as I knew he was with the people. Because you know why? I'm never going to forget. I watched football. The year he came out with Black and Yellow is the same as that year the Pittsburgh Steelers went to the Super Bowl. What's the Pittsburgh Steelers colors? Black and yellow. That same year, I remember a lot of people was wearing black and yellow diamonds too. I remember that year. If I'm not mistaken, that was like 2010. Between 2009, 2010, definitely was like 2010. So when he came out with that song Black and Yellow, remember that was a hit around the world. That was the real song that made him cross over. That same exact year, Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, he from Pittsburgh. Don't forget, he from Pittsburgh. And the same exact year, the Pittsburgh Steelers go to the Super Bowl. And the color theme was black and yellow. So I always knew at that point it was some things going on with Wiz. And I knew that they got him. He was handpicked. And like you heard about these industry plants, yes, some people were planted, meaning they were handpicked. And that's why you've been working on music your whole life and you ain't get a deal yet. And it has nothing to do with your talent. It's just that you wasn't handpicked like Wiz was. You feel me? Even this was a front. You got to understand that she represents the harlot. She represents the Jezebel, the Madonna spirit. Her job also is to turn men out as well. And people like her prefer men that go both ways. Stuff like that. You got to understand what this code means. It's a certain code to this. That's why you'll see in this picture, let's be real, y'all. Does she not look more masculine than him? Let's be real. And does this not look like just a regular ass picture? Because I know for a fact Amber Rose masculine. She's very dominant. So who you think was dominating this relationship? But that ain't the point. I'm just showing you how it's not cool to wear a chain. He don't want to. Wiz Khalifa don't want to be gangster no more. That's my point. And he been stopping that. I told y'all before he was suspect. About a year ago when he was doing all them lives in the gym, and men was liking his pictures. I seen men liking his pictures on the gram. They were liking them pictures of him working out. He was strategically working out in his drawers, and a lot of you dudes was liking his pictures. I seen Jim Jones, Fabulous. A lot of people was liking his pictures, even low level. Y'all was on this man page, and y'all don't understand when these men was portraying these images working out in the gym. They ain't just marketing to no females, dummy. Y'all don't understand the game. These dudes are slick prostitutes. You did? And that's why a lot of them go to Dubai. Because that money got to keep coming in. They ain't trying to lose that crib. They ain't trying to lose everything. Y'all know the money's slowing up. You ain't buying no tickets to no show. You ain't downloading no streams, buying no merch. So they gotta get paid. They gotta do what they gotta do. But like I said, that shit was a front. And I'm pretty sure Amber Rose know what type of time he on, and that's why she probably just used him for them kids and she up out of there. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. But I just wanted y'all to see that. Now that, Taylor gang ain't popping, it's no longer cool to claim Crip and promote getting high and bang, bang, bang. Now he don't want to wear gold no more. And I respect that part, but my point is, bro, I mean, maybe it's a little too late. Maybe you should have took a stand out when the shit was going down. Don't wait till everybody start dying. Now you want to be positive. Because when it was profitable, you was claiming that gang. You was Crip. You were Crip. See? Just showing y'all, man, fake ass behavior. Now, let me show you something right here. You see? No lipstick on right here. You see it? No pink lips, right? No pink lips. Pink lips. See the lipstick? Because he's in another market now. He's in a market. He worried about being a hippie now. He's a hippie. Sell bud and act suspect. Feel me? I'm just showing this stuff because these people tricked our kids. They trick people. And a lot of you women, you see, right? You see they never want you. You see that right now. They never wanted you. Never wanted you. See? What dude take pictures like that? I'm trying to tell y'all, man. This shit been going on. And he came up under Snoop Dogg, and they was real tight. And we see Snoop Dogg walk around with fingernail. We don't know Snoop Dogg and him might have did some stuff. But anyway, I'm just showing you, man, all that shit over with. All right? Over with. Male prostitutes. Rap over with. All right? Nigga got his hand on his hip looking like an auntie. You feel me? But he don't want to wear that gold no more. Because the gold was the device, which is the mechanism to attract the minds of the masses, to attract the minds of the young boys that don't know no better. And this is what I'm showing you, how he represents the crossbreed of the thug and the rainbow community. They took them two worlds and merged it together. We call it what? You know what? I don't want to say the word, but you know what we call that, right? Well, they actually created that entity. And I'm going to also, I should have pulled it up. I'm going to show you where all of this stuff started from. When I show you that Chief Keef first video, that's the stuff I don't like or whatever. And they be in that crib with all them young boys with no shirt on. That was the start of all of the stuff you see right now. That's when they first started merging the stuff together. The gangster thug life, gangbang life with the alternative lifestyle. And they put it together and created a genre of music, which gave you the recipe of a man called Young Thug. Because this is when they was doing the whole experiment. And guess what? It worked. So now when you say, why these young boys, all this and that, this is where it come from, y'all. It was a process. It was a grooming process of the mind. That's why you see what you see. All right. So this is beyond skinny jeans. This ain't got nothing to do with skinny jeans. But the skinny jean worn by people like him represented something else. So I'm trying to tell y'all, man. So now, like I say, now that you got the graphic detail, now you understand why Wiz Khalifa don't want to wear no gold no more, because it ain't cool. So now maybe he just converted back to who he was before he wanted to portray the gangster image. Maybe this is the real Wiz right here. Maybe that's the real him. Maybe it's not. See, we think it's backwards. No, it's not a gangster playing a role of this. No, maybe that's who he is. He played the role of a gangster. You get it? Maybe this is who he is right here. Maybe he just going back to who he always was, y'all. See? But like I said, it's not profitable no more. And they also know that it's very profitable making money off the gay community. Why is that? They got clubs too. Then their clubs just get shot up. They got clubs too, which means what? They play their music too. So they know that. So these rappers are specifically, slickly targeting these different audiences now in genres. That's just what it is. And they're more worried about worldwide sales. They're not worried about the hood supporting them no more. I told y'all this months ago. They do not need money from the hood no more. Therefore, they're not trying to pacify the hood. They'll all turn their backs on the hood. That's what's going on. So it is what it is. All right. That's that man business. But I just wanted to show you how he don't want to wear jewelry no more because rappers are dying. And he don't want to die. So let's move on real quick because today ain't going to be too long, y'all. This is real right here. We got to talk about Sinbad the comedian. For those that know, he also did movies. I grew up to Sinbad. Sinbad is actually funny. But we're going to break this down. I'm going to show y'all some stuff. Now, remember, we spoke about how... Now, remember, Sinbad is another comedian. When he came in the game, they put him over everybody. He blew up over everybody. He was getting movie roles, all type of stuff. And he funny, but he still was never funny to certain people. But he blew up over a lot of people. So we know what that means. But the point is, Sinbad ain't doing too well right now. 2 years since he had a stroke. He had a stroke in 2020 in the pandemic. His family said he's still learning how to walk. Pardon me. Now, there's some things I'm going to show y'all. Let's check this out real quick, family. They say he's still fighting for every inch and has limbs that were said to be dead are coming back to life. They say he's taking all the steps he can to learn how to walk. Now, what we're looking at here, we're taking a look at a celebrity, a comedian that was at a high level in life. But now you see on the back end of his life, you see he's doing bad. They say it's taking a financial toll on them, and they set up a website for anyone looking to contribute in any way they can. See what I've been telling y'all? Look, I always thought Sinbad had red hair. His hair was never red anyway. My point is this. You see how it ends for them? That's my point. Do you see how it ends for them? You see? You sell your soul. You work that deal. You get paid. You live a life. But on the back end, you're going to have to reap what you sow. Now, on the reason why I'm speaking on this, what is his name? Sinbad. So that means he's been sinning bad his whole life. Or being that he was living in a world of sin, now he's doing bad. Told you, man, everything is written. Everything is in your face. Why you think it's a coincidence when a dude called himself murder, eventually he get killed or go to jail? Because people don't understand spells. But Sinbad probably knew, because I told you. That's another thing when you trying to get in the games, or especially at one point in time. Now the game is dead. A lot of times you got picked by your name. If you had a certain type of name, that would get you your deal. Get what I'm saying? They would prefer your name to be Sinbad instead of Dave Chappelle. You get it? That's how it worked. It's always been like that. Sometimes the wickeder your name, the better your career go. Sinbad. And maybe his life of sin has caught up with him. Maybe he should have never played with that name. See? Maybe he should have just never played with that name. But my point is, in the beginning, now I'm telling you, I don't even know how many movies he got. That man was getting Hollywood roles. That man was he was big at one point, Sinbad. And he never was really that funny. He was funny, but he never was the funniest. But how the hell, in these times we're in right now, his family has the nerve to be begging for money. They begging for money. This man was rich. Now look, in his last day, it's taking a toll on him, and they set up a website for anyone looking to contribute in any way. What happened to all his Hollywood friends? What happened to all these people? Trying to show y'all, man. This is all I was trying to tell y'all while the game over with. All that stuff. Look, if you sign that contract, if you make that deal, depending on the level you make it on the back end, you're gonna pay the price. Now, guess what? This is the sick part about it. And I'm gonna show you. God forbid if he passed away, what you think gonna happen to his catalog? It's gonna go through the roof, ain't it? Yeah, it is. Because it's a generation that grew up with Sinbad. So my point is, if God forbid if something happened to him, his stock goes through the roof, but his last day he was poor. See that? And that shows you how health is wealth. And a lot of times, one situation of you getting sick or becoming disabled could ruin your whole life. That's right. He was also in a different world. Exactly. Sinbad was the man in his prime. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, you got to understand, y'all. Just look. And even a couple years ago, he was on point. I think a couple years ago, he also was starting to speak about certain things in the industry. He was doing little things. I was seeing him recent, but I didn't know he was messed up. I'm about to get to this right here. I didn't know he was messed up like that. I didn't know this happened because remember, in the pandemic, a lot of people fell. Sinbad was one of them numbers. A lot of people caught strokes. All type of stuff was going on with people. We seen K. Slade die. You know, a lot of people got sick and passed away in these past couple years. And maybe that was just how it had to go out. I don't know. But I'm just saying, it was more people with us before in 2020 than it is now. You know what I'm saying? We know 1 million people died. But a lot of people are still walking around like messed up. And they did say if you catch C-19 and mess with your organs for a long time, for years. That's what they say. But I just wanted to show y'all how his name was Sinbad. He was in the world of sin, and now he's doing bad. But just showing you, a lot of y'all, and that's another thing too. I'm tired of people portraying these images and always saying the Lord is with them and God with them and they're a child of God. No, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, because I be seeing some stuff. I ain't going to get in all of that. Everybody's not a child of God. Maybe you are a child of God. This is a child of another God. I say that. That's all I'm saying. Because that's why I'm trying to show you when it comes down to it, you're going to see that the Lord ain't with you like you think he is. He ain't with you. And guess what? He got a plan for you. Because guess what? You can front all you want to, but in the end, we all got to face what we got to face. That's just what it is. And I ain't going to keep going on about this. Let's keep pushing. All right. Now, this is a weird story. We got to pay attention to it because this represents what's going on in the world of people losing their mind. All right. People losing their mind. Sorry to hear that, Latavia. She said her dad passed away from a stroke last year. A lot of people went before their time due to this process that took place. Anyway, this police officer committed suicide allegedly after shooting 2 people while off duty in New York. Now, this did happen in New York City, happened in another part of New York, but we're going to take a look at this because I just want to show y'all. Now, you see that's a female officer. And Gaston, 29, reportedly committed suicide after shooting 2 women in New York, one of which died and then the other was severely injured, but is expected to survive. On November 14th, Gaston shot herself after killing 27-year-old Angeli and shooting her unidentified housemate multiple times. Reports explained the incident as a domestic dispute. Long story short, I'm gonna get into it. But look, Solis, the neighbor, told police that she heard the woman pleading for their lives and Soils, a mother, begging for the children to be spared before the gunshot was fired. The incident was said to have occurred outside the front yard of the victim's New York home. So long story short, this woman's supposed to be an officer of the law. She's supposed to be a good woman. But what she did allegedly was pull up at another chick house that had kids and another woman with her. Now, I don't know if they were homegirls. I don't know if they were lovers, but it sounded to me like a lover's quarrel. Long story short, this woman you see right here pulled up at the people's house, shot the girl with her kids in the house, and shot the other person. And then I guess her guilt, she tried to take herself out. But I just want to show you how regular people are losing it out here. Regular people. Just because somebody's a police officer, it don't mean they're good. It don't mean they're here to uphold the law, because guess what? Sometimes they're the ones out here breaking laws. We know that. It's called corruption. And we know some of them got mental issues. They got issues just like everybody else. You don't think being a police officer is stressful and they lose their mind to lose their senses? Yeah. You might cut off a police or off-duty officer. You might cut him off in your car. He might pop a couple shots at you because he had a bad day. You know why? Because people are human. So my point, what I mean by that is they ain't perfect. So, but when I see stuff like this, it just shows you how they put everything on, you know, the streets and crime. But look, this woman lost her mind allegedly and gunned down 2 women and then drove off and killed them in the front yard in front of neighbors and everything, while the woman screaming, playing for her life with her kids in the house. That's why I told y'all this the world we in. This the world we in. This the world we in. So like I said, the world is upside down right now, but one day it'll be back in order. That's right, Courtney. It sounds personal. It sounds like a quarrel. It sounds like a quarrel, even though we know there's no justification for what she did, but we know it sounds like a quarrel to me. But that's another thing I'm going to tell you, and I've been telling people that. You got to watch who you're dealing with. You can't be trying to play people right now. You see? You might look at it as you just having your little fun, but that person taking it to a whole nother level and feel like you betraying them. And I'm telling you, man, people are different now. This is not the time to be doing all that extra stuff. But for some reason, people won't get it through their head. Another thing is, too, you got to deal with what you got to deal with. You got to go through what you got to go through. Because what I mean by that is, let's say you get a little help from people here and there, and you got people looking out for you and, you know, things of that nature. Then when these people that's looking out for you, when they feel like you ain't acting how they want you to act, they'll spaz out on you. Could they helping you with your bills? Could they give you a couple dollars here and there? You know, we in a different world now. That's all I'm trying to tell people. Things are different. Always expect the unexpected. I ain't talking about no fear. I'm just saying be aware. If you be aware, you don't gotta be scared. That's a difference. It's called, sometimes it's called being paranoid on point. It's okay. But I just want to show y'all that how this woman's supposed to be an officer. And we also in this time, don't forget, we have been witnessing the most corruption in law enforcement, period, these past couple years. That's why a lot of their ass getting sent home and replaced with cameras, because a lot of these police ain't gonna have no job. That's what all that defund the police was about. Defund the police, meaning get rid of these lazy ass officers, get rid of a lot of these corrupt ass, weird ass officers, and we're gonna replace them with cameras. We don't need you to sit in your car and watch traffic. We got cameras. So that's what the 5G towers do. When they put a 5G tower on it, when they put a 5G camera on a corner, now they don't gotta put a cop and stand on the corner or sit in the car and watch the block. They are being replaced, meaning it's cheaper to build that camera than to pay 5 salaries. So that's why a lot of officers, they losing it too, and they losing their job. And they tricked a lot of them to quit too. With that C-19 year, they tricked a lot of their ass to quit too. So a lot of officers are going through it too. And if you know anything about police officers, they don't make a lot of money anyway. They just don't. So that's why they being replaced too. And that's what's happening. All right. So she could have lost it because she was just lacking on her anything, man. Lacking on her bills. Ain't no telling. But anyway, who would have thought a female officer would kill 2 other women in front of their kids? See that? Now let's move on to another weirdo. Also, don't forget what I told you. You always gonna keep seeing certain people is always in the news for this weird stuff. This man in Miami-Dade County, he tried to down a cup of bleach in court. He in court and he about to get smacked with time for doing a robbery. This fool ran up in a if I'm not mistaken, he ran up in an Amazon and tried to rob some workers while they was on the clock. He ran up in the warehouse through the back door, trying to rob somebody. Long story short, he didn't want to get that time in jail, so he tried to drink the bleach in the courtroom after he got after they said he was guilty. He tried to drink the bleach and take himself out, but the shit didn't work. That nigga passed out and his ass still locked up. I just wanted to show you the shit the people are doing. They losing it. Now I'm gonna show y'all something else, because like I said, today ain't gonna be too long, y'all. But we're gonna touch on this too. Now, this deals with what I already been telling people. This happened in the UK. For those who don't know about the UK, shout out to Alan from the UK. Drill music has already been banned in London a long time ago. It's already been banned in certain places because they understand it's a warfare music. All right, when you take it or leave it. Well, in the UK, there was a rap hip-hop store with a recording studio in the back called Boombox. But the staff who worked there were actually undercover cops, and the shop was a sting operation that trapped young black men in the area. Hip-hop, I told you hip-hop is used as a trap. Hip-hop is a device. It's like how you use the cheese to lure the rat from the hole and you get them stuck on a trap. Well, that's what they've been using hip-hop for years. It's a way to get niggas locked up faster, dead faster, and out the way. That's what rap does, all right? Rap has already been infiltrated, and it's been doing that for years. So it just shows you how low they will go. But this been going on in America too. People portraying to be engineers, portraying to be this. I told you, they showed you with the boy. He portrayed to be an innocent young boy. He used to work at a restaurant, wiping tables. Whole time he played the dumb down role and got amongst some real dudes and infiltrated, got all the information, got all the detail, got everything he needed to know, and then the operation was over. Everybody go to jail, he comes home. That's how it worked. Sting operation. Because they know that you love rap and you're going to keep following it, and that's just what it is. So these people were able to perpetrate like they had a store, and dudes coming in to record, incriminating themselves, probably showing off everything they got, all that. It is what it is, man. I just wanted to show y'all this is going on all over the world. It's called lock their ass up and store them away somewhere. So that's why when we look up years from now, we're going to see a lot of people. Put it like this. All the people getting locked up now, they are the ones that are not going to be fathers. They are the ones that their chances of being successful in the future is slim. Because why like I remember I kept saying, right? A lot of stuff we was able to escape, but this generation, if you go on a long bed now, you come home, the whole world gonna be super different. What's up, Game Asylum? The way the world is moving, if you're not smart, if you're not with the times, if you're not adaptable, you're not going to be able to make it anyway, and you're going to fall into these other categories that they have set up for you. That's why this whole thing they're doing is really about the future. So you got to look at it. That's why the teenagers and young people from the ages, let's say from 13 to like 22, 25, everything they installing is against them. Because while one set of kids are falling, other people's kids are rising. They don't listen to rap. They don't care about rap. And the ones that do understand, it's just music. So this is the real race that's going on. The race is to see who is last standing, who's going to be in first, second, and third. Who are okay, boom. Whitney Houston told you the children were the future. So if the children are the future, if we suppress the children now, they won't have no future. And what it really means, you not having no future, it really means you will not exist. Now you understand why the whole thing was to always keep you in the past. Y'all know I stress that on my show, on this platform forever, is the whole plan was to keep you in the past. That's why all the movies from the past, you always going to be in the past, because they don't never want you to focus on your future. They don't even want to give you an idea what your future might be. Therefore, we live day by day, not knowing what's what, thinking we got to just live off instinct because we never saw our future. That's why I told you they installed in your head. You're going to die before you're 21. You're going to die before you're 18. You're not going to see your future. Then when we made it to the future, we still was stuck. Like we didn't know what to do. I didn't even think they don't want you to know your future. And everybody else, kids, they teach them about the future. I showed you yesterday how China let their kids learn about technology in the future every single day. They already tapped into artificial intelligence and other things like that. They already tapped into futuristic things because they understand technology is going to run the world. And these kids that are involved in technology will be the future rulers. So my point is this. If you don't think it's another Bill Gates being groomed right now, another Elon Musk being groomed right now, while your kids are dying and going to jail, then you're sadly mistaken. That is the warfare now. The warfare is intelligence. And that's why you got man who was born with intelligence, and you got artificial intelligence that we call clones, we call fake. But the artificial intelligence is what's going on right now. What's artificial intelligence? Easy. How you can curse, right? How you can say the wrong word and it gets picked up. It gets picked up as if it was a human being listening to you say it. That's artificial intelligence. Community guidelines, that's artificial intelligence. When you do a live on any platform and you play music in the background and pick up the whole song, artificial intelligence. If you think that smart TV in your crib don't be recording you, you a fool. You don't understand. That's artificial intelligence. The same technology. Okay, boom. You know how we've been watching TV for years, the Super Bowl. Remember how they always said, we had viewers last week. Last night we had the most viewers. This show had the most viewers. You know why? Because they've been keeping tabs of views. It's just that now they get to us on what? YouTube. That's how we know who live and how many watching live. But they've been had this technology ever since they created TVs. But that's artificial intelligence. It's called the algorithm. The world now runs off an algorithm. The world runs off a pattern that they created. They created the wavelength that you function off. Get it? Whatever you do when you wake up, you got to ask you. It's 9 times out of 10, you was programmed. It depends on how your day goes. But I guarantee you, all of us, the first thing we're going to do is what? You're going to grab the phone. First thing you're going to do is grab that phone. Well, guess what? If that's what you do when you first wake up, you're already in the algorithm. And we all do it. Y'all know that. So I'm just showing you. Think about it. Let's be honest. We got to be honest, y'all. You're going to grab that phone before you wash your face, before you brush your teeth. You know that. Now, I ain't going to say everybody, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You're going to grab that phone first. As soon as you wake up, boom. But my point is, that's how they created the shit to be. So they already got us all tuned in on one wave. But the smart ones of us, we understand that. We know how to maneuver through all of that. And we not on that wave for real. We jump in it and then we jump out. But a lot of people are now living their whole life. Their whole foundation, everything they do is based on that wave that was created. And the kids now is raised on that. That's why if you take their phone from them, they're going to feel like you just shot them. You trying to kill them. You try to take that phone, they're going to literally feel like you're trying to kill them or you stuck a knife through their heart because they raised on this shit. It's part of their DNA now, whether you like it or not. And my point is this. I'm going somewhere with it. So my point is this. Everybody that's entwined with this wavelength in the future are going to be the new slaves. That's why I'm trying to tell you, other people teaching their kids to control it, because they understand he who controls technology controls the people. So if my son know how to create programs and your son is the one that's always on the program I created, I control your son. This is the new world we in. That's why we need young boys to go learn about computers and learn about technology. Go to school to learn how to build their own video games, how to make their own apps. It sounds corny, it sounds lame, don't it? But it ain't lame. That's the real world. That's the new world. That's the way these young boys really gonna get rich and enjoy their money and still have their fun. Now you understand why it's been important to dumb the kids down to the lowest of the low. Dumb them down. Because remember, we scared of technology. We scared of knowledge. We scared. We don't want to deal with no math. We ain't trying to deal with none of that. We want to be rappers. Now, I mean, I know rappers. I know young boys right now fell in school and think they're going to be famous or rapping in TikTok. These are facts. Because they think they're going to take a shortcut. But my point is this. We got to start making certain things cool. Because a lot of people, they go, what's the fad? That's why you'll see none of the top people are going to promote this stuff. Everything I'm saying, somebody rich could say the same thing. No, told you. They want to sell you liquor. They want to sell you everything fine. I said it the other day. Why Diddy ain't make a health drink? Why Jay-Z ain't make a health drink? And I forgot to shout out the Locks the other day. Jadakiss, Styles P, and Sheek Louch, they been opened up a juice bar, because they said we're going to put something positive in our hood. See, I forgot to salute them the other day, but I just wanted to show y'all how they specifically choose the options they make. Diddy and them don't want to sell you nothing good. Drink Champs is only for promoting liquor, but you thought it was a show. No, they created a way to push their merch, and they just let Nori sit at the talk about nothing. But the whole point of Drink is to sell the liquor. That's why it's on Revolt. So Drink Champs is actually a commercial for Ciroc, Ace of Spade, Deleon, all these alcohols. Drink Champs is the commercial. That's all it is. And that's what they use Nori for. Ain't about shit else but selling that liquor and promoting that liquor. That's what the whole show is about. That's why I told you before, they can replace Nori with anybody. It's about moving them brands of liquor they got. That's what the whole shit was about, y'all. Because now that you'll see all them old stories is played out, now ain't nothing to do. But that liquor got to keep selling. So now my point is, you'll see they don't never promote no health. Dr. Sabi try to promote health. What happened to him, y'all? And then Nipsey Hussle try to promote Dr. Sabi, which is health. What happened to him? And was not Nipsey Hussle lacking dealing with P. Diddy? Didn't Diddy tell you he helped Nipsey work on that Victory album? Maybe with some steps Nipsey took where he made some wrong moves and said the wrong things too. Did he not sign allegedly with Roc Nation or something like that? Or when his album was $100 for the mixtape, who was the first to buy that man mixtape for $100? You got to remember your history. Yeah, maybe he was getting lined up the whole time. He just ain't understand that. I'm trying to tell you. Because Nipsey Hussle was trying to do positive things. And he brought his clothes. He ain't trying to make them all expensive. He was just doing regular stuff. In the community, showing by example. But you got to remember, in their eyes, he was committing a big crime. And they was conspiring against that man. And that's why you'll see after Nipsey Hussle died, it was certain people's job to slander his name. Because you're not supposed to see no images of hope. You're not supposed to have any images of nothing positive. Get it? I broke it down yesterday with music. You see what I broke down with music yesterday? So I was showing you that when you try to be positive, they ain't gonna let you. They ain't because that's not what they created it for. That's like you can't win no award as a hip hopper and get on the stage and give praise to the wrong God. I told you that yesterday. You think you're gonna rap about all this stuff and get paid and go on the stage and say, I'd like to thank Allah for helping me with, I'd like to thank Jesus. They're not going for that. Because they say, look, we created this world is for us. This is what we do. This is going to get credit to Apollo. You get it? So therefore, when you in their world, you got to take what come with their world. Now you understand when you sign that contract, you're signing to be in their world. So that's why I'm going to keep stressing. Don't stop making your music, But guess what? It might sound corny. Guess how you got to play your music now? You probably got to play your music when you got company at the crib. You play your music to your immediate friends and family and loved ones. And you got to do your music organically now. All that other stuff, trying to be a star, man, that shit out the window. Unless you're willing to play the game. But that's why I told y'all, all them videos you seen on YouTube about selling your soul and they do strange things for change, all that was promotion. Why? I'm bringing it all together now. They was already put in a young boy's mind, y'all. Man, all you got to do is do a little something and you can get rich. All I got to do is go to the party and go through the door. That's it. Yeah, they was promoting it the whole time. That's why all that stuff was on YouTube. That's why it was all on YouTube. They was promoting it the whole time. All you got to do is get with one of these executives and get you a check. Go through the door, do what you got to do. Go to the party. Hang out with Puff. They was already I told you they've been grooming them the past 10 years. They've been grooming them. So what we thought was exposing the Illuminati, actually the Illuminati was getting promotion. It was free promotion. Come on in, boys. It's okay. Come get this check. And then that's when you started seeing all the rappers start looking weird. And they looked like they were ready to sell out. That's what was going on, y'all. They was grooming these young boys, grooming them. So now you see all the young boys look exactly like this here. Now am I lying or am I flying? Does not the more little dirt grow up, the more his hair get longer, face smoother? Because that's the image they promoted. I just wanted to show y'all that. This was a grooming process. So then you started seeing, when you seen the Uzi Vert and Young Thug in the store with pocketbooks and purses, that was all promotion. They was letting them know, look, all you got to do is act like us and you can get paid shopping in a Gucci store too. You can get a Rolls Royce too. All you got to do is do what we doing. That's what they was doing. They was promoting that shit. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. All of this shit is the factor of what you see now. And WHIZ Khalifa came out 10 years ago. So what you see now was a grooming process for 10 to 15 years, but it all started in the Abomination era. His job was to do exactly what you see right now. Cast spells on the children. I'm going to tell y'all something else. How many of y'all know about the Candy Man? Ain't no coincidence the Candy Man was filmed in Chicago. What the Candy Man do? Ain't no coincidence why all them kids and young people was getting killed in Chicago. I broke down the Tower of Babel. Do you understand what that tower is? They call it the Sears Tower. If you know about what happened in history, it was certain things that took place. And then you're going to understand why allegedly Chicago has always been the home of sacrifices and a lot of kids dying. Told you, man. Some of this stuff is just some other stuff, but all you got to do is pay attention. And it goes back to what I was saying, how evil lurks in the north. Another thing I was paying attention to. When we deal with farming and fruits and vegetables and cat, you ain't never noticed, it's a reason why farms are in not only the country and country areas. Because nature has to be natural for the fruits and vegetables to grow from the earth. For the animals to be raised correctly, they got to be in peace. I'm saying that to say, you ain't never noticed how when you in a city, ain't no goddamn food being grown there. Every city, food comes from out the city. This is why in the city, you got to pay high prices. This is how they make the people in the city live under animal circumstances. And they understand when you're in a city, all your food has to be shipped and your choices become limited. This is also part of why they turned every city a long time ago, decades ago, into concrete jungles. And they started destroying the nature within these cities and made it into an animalistic living of concrete. That's why when you're in the city, you hear the most noise. You hear the most everything, which creates tension, anxiety, and stress. Some people, I don't know if you ever rested by water. If you ever slept by some water, you had the most peacefulest rest you ever had in your life. It's a difference on a lot of different things that we took for granted and we didn't understand, but the whole time they already knew all this stuff. So when they say that our people got mental issues, guess what, y'all? They created half the mental issues we got because they've been working on our brain since we first went to school in pre-K. They've been traumatizing our brain. Frequencies, thoughts, ideas. And this is what you see today. So I'm bringing it all around to tell y'all, when I was banging on a lot of the old stuff, I was actually trying to tell people and show you that we got to break all them old spells, meaning you can't keep living in the past and you can't do everything that was taught to you, meaning our people taught us the best they could, and we got to take the best out of that, but we got to also understand our people was brainwashed at a high level as well. So we got to take the principles and morals and the good stuff our elders taught us, but a lot of that stuff we got to throw out the window because we in a new world, and the stuff how they was raised is not going to work for this new world. Your mind should be elevating, meaning you should be shifting gears in your brain. I don't care what level you're on. You ain't got to be smart. You can have no education. The bottom line is whatever you've been doing that don't work, you got to do something different now. That's simple and plain. Hold up. Oh my God. Yes, I fell asleep on the beach twice. The best. That's right. That's right. That's right. I fell asleep on the beach and woke up like, yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling y'all, y'all already know. These are some of the simplest things they took from us. You know your ancestors slept around water. You know that. But guess what? Now you understand the game they played in every country, city in America. Any property by water is extra expensive, but an average person can't afford it. So yeah, you can get a house, but can you afford a house by water? Where water is in your backyard. Can you afford that? That's my point. All this shit by design. You get a whole nother rest when you wake up by water and you wake up in that sun beaming in your house. It's a whole nother vibe. Then you understand why everywhere we live is dark, little windows. All of that shit messes with your psyche, your DNA, all of that shit, man. They have us in dark locations under false light, all type of electronic frequencies, and have us stuck. And I'm trying to tell you, this is why a lot of people think they're normal, but in reality, a lot of people not normal. That's why I say to crack a lot of these codes, you have to travel in life. If you just stay in one spot and one box your whole life, guess what? You a product of your environment. You thought that was just a saying, huh? A product of your environment. No, you really are a product. You were made, manufactured in that environment, and that is where you're going to live and die at until you crack that code. And part of cracking the code of your environment is you have to learn how to travel and see other things. Like I told y'all, I want to see mountains with snow on the top. I never saw a real mountain in my life. I know a lot of y'all did. I never saw no mountains. It's a lot of things I ain't see. It's things I want to see. Now, we know I'm talking about looking at a mountain. Meanwhile, you got what? People that mountain climb. So that means they're on a whole nother level from us. They're on a whole nother level. They climb on top of mountains and look off. Do you know the energy that brings to your soul and your spirit? This is what millionaires do. I told you, you might climb a mountain and get a millionaire thought. That's why you'll see all the people that are rich, they are actually spiritual people. They see the people that's in power, while they putting all that drama on us, they doing all type of stuff to keep their mind at ease. They go play in the waters that's blue and green. The same waters your people played in, but you ain't got no access to it. The water in your place is dirty. And that's another thing they've been doing. The past couple of years, you ain't been noticing all over bacteria popping up in the waters. Because they understand that we are also water people. Why you think all of us, were we not all swimming in water before we came to the earth? When we was in that belly, was we all not swimming in water? It's a whole nother science between when you take showers and baths and you just wash up in the sink. I'm telling you, this shit is weird, but it's true. You got to get a certain amount of water on your body, in your body, and you got to get a certain amount of sunlight. And if you don't, naturally, you'll start going off course. You'll start tweaking out. I'm trying to tell you. I broke it. Look, Why you think when you get locked up, what they take away from it? What they take away from you? They take away that sunlight. They put you in dark cells. They put you in a dark environment. And what else? You no longer can ever take a bath again. You got some people, think about it. They've been taking showers for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. They took that bath from you because they understood our ancient ancestors sat in bathtubs. They sat in the ocean. They sat in the lake because it's a certain spiritual thing when you soak in the water. I'm trying to tell you, man, all this is science. So everything that your people did naturally, they took it away from you and made you go opposite. That's why we see what we see now. All this shit is real. Every little thing is real. This is why they put us in the projects. This is why they put us in certain hostile environments. Make the rent cheap over here, make it expensive over there. If we control their options, we control their life. And they've been controlling our options for how long now, y'all? So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. All of this shit was a masterminded plan. But the only way it worked, they had to get us to indulge in the shit. And how they got us to indulge in the shit is by what? Indulging in your own ignorance and stupidity. And ignorance just means unaware. You know what I'm saying? Ignorant don't mean you a bad person. Being ignorant just means you unaware. You not knowing what's going on. You think you know, but you don't. And this is why they had to use the rappers to speed up this process. Because they understood a lot of us were becoming too smart. We've been smart. We've been on their ass. We've been on point with this shit. So what they had to do, they had to put a barrier up between us and the next future generations of the world. So a lot of these people had their hands in it, whether they knew they was being used or not. WHIZ Khalifa now is saying that he don't want to wear no more gold no more because he understands that gold bring death when you're in a wrong environment and around the wrong people. And he only doing this now because it is no longer profitable and he don't got to do it no more. What does that shirt say? Taylor gang or die. I told you when it was profitable for him to be a Crip, banging Taylor gang, it was cool. Now it's not cool no more. He got his companies. He don't got to portray that image. Now he wants to be something else. I told y'all this. They've been playing us forever. Pink lipstick, showing off cleavage. Male prostitute behavior. No longer cool to promote gangster. I told you they took gangster, infused it with rainbow activity. Now they said, drop the gangster. We just gonna market to the rainbow community now. That is what they're doing now. All of them. Damn near all of them doing it. All of them. Damn near all of them doing it. But some of y'all don't know about signs and symbols. You don't know what that means. If you don't know what that means, then I don't know what to tell you. All right? I got to show you these graphic details to show you subliminal messages. Because I'm looking at it with common sense. You looking at it with common sense, but what a young boy see when he see that? What a young boy don't know no better. Do a young boy know better when he see that? They don't know no better. So I'm showing you, not only are young girls getting turned out, young boys been getting turned out. And I told you, the number one people getting snatched up is young boys and young girls. And they're getting put in rings. I'm telling y'all, man, I just had to show y'all this stuff. All of them, everything is out in front of your face now. These dudes are male prostitutes, man. And a prostitute would do anything. But I told you some of these men are more whores than women. Just that a lot of y'all ain't been peeping that shit. They've been for sale. And they've been for sale for real, for real. That's why a lot of them went to get that deal. They already knew what they had to do. They was ready. Trying to show y'all that shit, man. They wasn't just showing off certain tendencies, man. And like I said, what people do with their life, that's on them. But my point is they promoted that shit for years. And now we see what we see. Let's move on, y'all. I'm going to get back to that. I'm almost done. Don't worry, y'all. I'm going to be on tomorrow morning, too. I'm going to pull up. I'm going to pull up on a holy day. Anyway. Now, I know a lot of y'all saw this. R. Kelly ex-manager got jailed for stalking out victims. And you know he was trying to scare them from coming to court and things like that. But as you see, Donnell Russell, R. Kelly's former manager, has been sentenced to 20 months in prison for stalking and harassing one of Kelly's abuse victims. Russell pleaded guilty in July to using threats and intimidation to try and prevent the victim from testifying against the disgraced star. Only reason I brought this up, you see how it go. Now you see how why when people do certain acts, nobody want to press charges because sometimes they get back down and they get scared or they take a payout. And that's all that is. But I just wanted to show y'all how, I mean, a lot of people say he was innocent, but you got to understand if he was so innocent, why he was trying to threaten victims. But we neither here nor there. Maybe R. Kelly was just sick. Maybe he was done dirty when he was young. And when he grew up, he just didn't know how. Maybe he never had nobody teach him how to be a man. Maybe so. So I ain't got to cook R. Kelly. He's already cooked. So anyway, let's carry on because I'm almost out of here, y'all. Revelation 21:4. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither shall there be mourning, nor crying, nor pain anymore, for the former things have passed away. So I'm summing all this up to show you that, according to this, when I kept telling you everything you're seeing is going to be a better day, things got to play out, though. That's what it's all about. We ain't at this point yet, but it's going to be a time when everything is going to pass away. And that's why I was trying to tell people, when this time comes, you should be in position to win. If you still here, you should be in position to take your life to another level. Because the ones that make it through this are the people who are going to be the diamonds. A lot of people going to fold. A lot of people going to go in that dirt. That's just what's going on. And people are ending up in a situation because of their choices and the time they're spending. Now, remember, the Grim Reaper is always on the clock, aka Father Time. The clock is always ticking. That's why I be trying to tell people you have to know how to utilize your time, because if you don't, you might get that knock on your shoulder and it's your time. And this is the time we in. That's my opinion. But I just wanted to show y'all this to let you know that this ain't about promoting no fear. This ain't about putting nobody down. I'm just giving my views and opinions on what time it is. That's why I always say that. You got to know the time. And I ain't even got on a watch right now. Know what time it is. If you know the time, you can move accordingly. And guess what? You'd be surprised how much drama and problems you can erase from your life. Just by knowing what time it is, what time you in, where you're at, where you're trying to go, and what you need to be doing. You already got the answers. All you got to do is check yourself and stop making excuses. Because guess what? You can cry, you can complain, you can whine, you can act like shit ain't going down, but guess what? Certain things are going to occur. You just got to make sure you're on the right side. And that's why I told you everybody's choosing their side. So one thing about the wicked, don't get it twisted. You got a lot of people that's wicked and they embrace their wickedness. They know they wicked and they're going to stay wicked because that's the side they chose. So while you trying to figure out why this person do this, why they do that, man, they did it because that's who they are. And they chose what side they on. You got to understand that. People are going to hate you because of who you are and what you represent. It's that simple. Once you understand that, you don't waste no time worried about no hater. Do we give haters energy? Do we worry about a hater? Well, guess what? It's a lot of people don't like you. But guess what? You're going to sit there and worry about them every day? So what about all this stuff that's going on? So what about racism? Who cares? You going to give energy to a hater or you going to be successful? I say it 1,000 times. Either way, things are going to occur. People are going to go up and some going to go down. The question is, what side you going to be on? That's it. Told you it's about winning and losing in life. One day we all will return. So make the best of your life now. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. And like I said, y'all, ain't too much to really talk about today. But I'm gonna tell you this too. There's a lot of hypocrites out here. A lot of people out here always acting like they one with God, they one with the Most High, they righteous, they all this talk. But when you watch their actions, you'll see they shit don't never add up. So who you lying to? You only lying to yourself. I'm trying to tell y'all that. And I'm gonna say this: the Most High ain't with everybody. You can say it out your mouth all you want to, but things are gonna occur. You're gonna see you on your own. You know why? Because you live in a lie and you keep making the wrong moves. And everybody will be exposed in these last days, whether good or bad. Your greatness will be exposed, as well as your flaws will be exposed. That's the time we in. Other than that, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I said what I had to say. This episode is about done. It's one of them days, y'all. Ain't too much really going on. You know, some people got stuff to do today. I got a few things I got to do. I'm pretty sure y'all do. I don't want to hold y'all. Definitely thank y'all for pulling up. Thank y'all for being in tune. Larry Hebrew. Yeah, look, it's crazy, right? Suspect rappers, WHIZ KHALIFA and Meek Mills, Rainbow Activity. And just so happened, they both from Pennsylvania. So I know people from PA ain't going to like that. But guess what? When it's all about Atlanta, everybody can joke. When it's about New York, everybody can joke. But when you say something about somebody from PA, they don't like that. Yeah, suspect behavior. I'm show y'all one more time, right? I showed you 2 PA people this week, but that ain't the point. The point is, I just wanted to show y'all how the positive thing about this story is he's denouncing wearing gold. Big ass chains. Basically, he's denouncing wearing all them big ass chains with diamonds and all this shit. Flossing at a high level. Salute. Appreciate that, dear. Appreciate that. Thank you. Live from B-More. That's right. Appreciate that. Hold up. But check it out, right? The positive thing in this is he's denouncing wearing the gold. But it took all this time for him to see all them people dying, and he understands it's not cool no more. But at the end of the day, the only reason why I didn't let him off the hook, because you had your hands in this shit for a long time. And you was claiming Crip. As you see the shirt right here, say Taylor Gang or die. That means either you down or die. Meaning that death was promoted. Get rich or die trying, all that shit the same slang. Die. When you from the hood, either got to do something or you got to die. Pick one, nigga. You gonna do this or you gonna die? Which one? That's always been our option. And he was with the shits too. But now, a lot of people conscious eating them up. A lot of people, they don't want to pay for the shit they've been doing. Because you live by the gun, you die by the gun. You was promoting the gang. He don't want to die by the hands of the gang. See, didn't that happen to Nipsey? He was promoting the Crip, and he got killed by a Crip. See that? Nowadays, when the gang fall, it's going to be somebody from the gang to take the gang down. Man, that's how this shit work. So, being that it's not profitable no more, now he want to switch his swag. But this who we been the whole time. Like I said, this who we been. Does that not look like a girl jacket? Doesn't that look like he got on some type of skirt, blouse, something like that, right? That's why I said they was already showing you who they was. But now they don't want to be gangster no more. They want to be like auntie. Stuff like that. You feel me? They want your little boys to be like this now. See, your boy ain't grow up like this just because he grew up like that because his favorite rapper did it and he did it. So that's why I said a lot of these young boys don't even know who they are. I can't fault them. A lot of them don't know who they are. They don't know. They didn't even get a chance to experience the birds and the bees. They don't know. It was all this shit was pushed down their throat. It's a difference. Told you when we was young, man, we'll sneak in and when our elders draw and we'll find them Playboy magazines. We find them VCR tapes. That's what we was doing, young. We wasn't thinking about no stuff like this. We wasn't thinking about that. We wasn't on that. We wanted to see somebody looking like Dolly Parton You know what I'm saying? We wanted to see big breasts, stuff like that. That's why I told you they switched the cleavage from the breast to the ass. We was growing up, it was about the breast. It was about certain things. But when they made that target on the ass, when they made the ass the new object of viewership, everybody is attracted to ass. And when you're dealing with ass, you know that go a lot of ways. A lot of sex is performed from back shots, and it ain't just women. So they had to take the attention off the woman's face because both of us grew up playing, you know what it's called, the old school way, the lane way. It was called lane way, right? Looking a woman in her face when you're between her legs, but you don't understand that was an art and a science of when you on top of the woman and she got her legs open and you on top of her looking her in her face. All that shit is a union. It's a bond. So when they switch the sex, they switch the bond. That's why a man can tell a bitch, turn around, hit it from the back. Get out of here. Boom. That's it. No feeling, no emotion. That's it. They broke the bond. And now a woman gets hit from the back the same way as a suspect man would hit another man. So they played this gender game. I'm trying to tell you, they played a gender game. And that's why this world is attracted to ass now. See, let me break it down for some of you slow men that don't know no better. And I'm not just trying to diss nobody. I gotta speak on certain things that are now history. They're things of the past. All right, it's things of the past, but it was a process. You know, we first started out kissing, but now kissing is lame now, right? Dude don't want to kiss the girl no more. Boom, broke up the bond, the union. Before we even had sex with the woman, we was kissing first. We seen a pretty girl and we wanted to kiss. Remember that? These kids don't grow up like that. It was steps. You had to crush on the girl. Then you tried to get cool with her. Then my point is the first thing you wanted was a kiss and a little feel here and there. And what's the first thing growing up, bro? You try to get a feel on. You try to get a feel. It wasn't you try to get a feel on that breast, on that, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, we come from that. You come out of the womb, and what happens? You get a breast in your mouth with the milk. So the average man, that's how it's already in your DNA to be attracted to that, because that's what you come from. But that ain't the point. The point is it was steps. And you had to kiss a woman, a girl. I'm talking about young stuff now. You had to kiss the girl, and when you kiss her, she's gonna lay down on her back. And what happened? Or you stuck your hand down there and you start what we call finger popping back then. It was a process. You might have got a whole lot of kissing and finger popping, but you ain't get that sex. You might have had to wait for a month or 3, 4, whatever, how long you had to wait. It was a process. And this was making the boy more intrigued. Man, I can't wait till I hit that. But man, I love that girl. I'm all up into her, boy. You wasn't even hitting it yet, but you was attracted to that woman, that girl. It was a process. Then once you had sex with her, it was on top. And then as you experienced that and you got bored with that, then you started trying other positions, watching them movies, trying to be grown. But before that, you wasn't just trying to hit no chick from the back. See? But all that was a process. Push through rap, hit that bitch from the back. All that back talk. Who was the masters of hitting from the back? The Greeks and the Romans, because they didn't want to look in a woman's face, and they like other stuff from the back. I'm trying to tell you, this was put on the people, and people lost their way. So I don't blame these kids for growing up how they grew up. They just didn't know no better. They were under a big spell, and guess what? Some of them are going to break the spell when they get older. Some of them are going to break out of some of this stuff because it's really a fad. It's a fad culture. That's why I say all that pride. That's why I call it a rainbow game, because they actually created that whole movement and turned it into some type of form of a gang and made them think they had special privileges. They were better than regular people. Remember, they went from being humble to saying they treated less than people to them getting big-headed and trying to be better than people. Remember, that's what you see right now. That's what happened. Where they used to be humble, then once that pride movement came, they got extra and started acting like they better than everybody. They got more power than everybody. They got big-headed. And that's why their pride is under attack now. This ain't me. It ain't because of me. It's because how the world set it up to be. All was a game. So understand all this stuff has been a program. And when you're in the matrix, only way you're going to make it is you have to know how to glitch the program. Once you can glitch the program, guess what? That stuff don't work on you. It don't work no more. And that's why a lot of people are on point right now. Other than that, that's the jewel on that. What up, Vlad? That's what that is on that. So these kids now, they raised totally different. They just strategically came with a plot and said, we're going to raise them different from every other generation. And that's what they did. And that's why we got the result we see now. Get it? And we can assume that most of the youth now, they're not going to grow up to be mothers and fathers. A father is one who furthers the knowledge and education of his family. A mother is the one who nurtures and loves and installs certain things into the child's DNA. So once there's no more real mothers and fathers, you don't have no more generations. You're going to have hollow souls and just entities walking around. And we say now most of them are on demon time. That's what that is. This is what it is. So this shit was a big experiment and the shit worked. And that's what it is. That's right. Now look, Courtney said, how could you choose sex over making love? That's right. And I understand the world we living in. In the world now, it's like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? I understand certain things get boring and you gotta be spontaneous with your partner. And I understand that. But a lot of us, we didn't forget the principles. You know what I'm saying? The union and the bond. You know what I'm saying? And my point, all I'm saying is this: when a union and a bond stop, that's why you got all this fake love. Now you see why people get together and they break up fast? Because that shit was fake love anyway. They got together on some fucking shit, and they were just having fun and having a party. They wasn't really together like that. It wasn't really no real love involved. They got involved for other reasons. They had good sex. You see what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with no love. And then in between all that, kids was popping out. And those kids, they never really had a plan for them kids anyway. So that's why we see a lot of broken homes now, because it was never really planned out anyway. And it just happened. A lot of time it just happened, right? Well, it just happened because maybe a lot of us just called ourselves having fun or whatever. You was going through a certain vibe and just the baby came out. You know what I'm saying? But then some people did it on purpose. But my point is, 9 times out of 10, a lot of it wasn't based on love. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. And you can fight, you can go against the grain, you can do whatever, but that word love is the word that they also jacked, and they kidnapped that word. They kidnapped that whole essence. That's why out here in the world, ain't no more love. Ain't no love. Get it? That's why you see what you see. So that's why I was trying to break down. Those are part of the warfare devices that they use. And now you see, when we ask the question, why we can't never come together, all this, that, and the third, now you see. So now you ain't got to waste your time. Keep asking that question. Just understand what you got to do and what time it is. Because guess what? It ain't meant for everybody to come together. Why? Because some people ain't who they say they are. They just look like you, but they ain't you. So it ain't meant for you to come together with them anyway. You got to remember that. That's that on that. Episode 312. Salute to everybody. That's that. Like I said, I'm going to make something out of nothing. I ain't following no Shanquella story, because it's enough people dying and getting snatched up right here in America every day for me to be following some shit that I feel like is a movie. All right? That's a fact. I ain't Gonna keep going on no story for no damn YouTube check, none of that shit. That's me. I ain't trying to shit on nobody. I'm just keeping it real, man. Just because niggas keep doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over again. Shit be lame. That's why all this shit be fucking trash. And it's gonna be a day I probably just do fucking school lessons on this shit for smart people. You know what I'm saying? Ali Selassie, what's up, brethren? For real. People who still believe in love are the only true, real love makers and lovers left here on earth. That's right. How is a nation gonna flourish without love? How is a generation gonna grow? Ain't no love. That's why the trigger got no heart. That's why life don't mean nothing. Danielle Walker, what's up? T-Love, what's up? What's good, family? I see y'all, man, always vibing and pulling up. Other than that, y'all, I think I touched on everything. I touched on it, man. WHIZ Khalifa don't want to wear no gold no more. He scared rappers getting killed. Also, like I said, these rappers are taking another lane now. They understand that certain ones know the rap game is over. That's why they already got their investments made. And they slowly but surely marketing themselves to other people. Put it like this. They understand it's inflation. They know the hood is struggling. And that's why the smart ones are not creating their business endeavors based on the hood no more. That's why I told you they don't need the hood dollar no more. So that's why they're washing their hands of the hood. Everybody's trying to get away from the hood now because the hood ain't cool. That's the saying. Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't really want to be a nigga. You feel me? They only want to be a nigga when it's profitable. But when it's not, they ain't got no parts of that shit. Now y'all seeing it. It's all playing out right now. Thanks, Tasha. That's it, though, y'all. So I'm done. I'm just hollering at y'all. Love is the secret to unlocking our pineal gland. Exactly. They showed us that also in the movie Fifth Element. I was green when I saw that. But the key thing to save the world was love. Now you understand why we got to stay divided. Now you understand why it's always going to be beef. It's always going to be shooting. It's always going to be controversy. It's always going to be confrontation, friction. It's always going to be that because the powers that be work under chaos. And chaos is the opposite of love. You get it? It's going to always happen. That's their job, to keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. That's why you got to do what you got to do because they ain't going to stop. They working while you sleep. They get up before you. Man, they keep it going around the clock because that's their job. I told you, round the clock, which is what? Father Time. The clock is always ticking. But those who know, and in reality, you understand that time is an illusion. Sit. Anyway, that's right. That's right, Jay Goodbar. Love vibrates on a higher frequency. That's right. When you start talking about frequencies, people think, oh, that's just some talk. Nah. How you think they made the radio? What you think the radio was made of? Frequencies, right? Everything you see that's manufactured in this physical world was manufactured off of humans and animals. Everything comes from human and animals. Told you, a plane is a replica of a bird. A car is a replica of a horse. That's why you got Mustangs, the fastest horse in the world. The Mustang is the horse. They came over here from Spain and slayed our people. It was the Mustang. Now you see why Ford make Mustang, and it's an American car. It's a science behind all of this shit. Cars was made after horses. And when you see a pickup truck, that's a horse and a carriage. Now you see why all these people drive big trucks with flats in the back. Because it represents their ancestors when they rode on a horse and wagon. Get it? Man, ain't nothing new. Everything is just remix. Everything is just based on something that already existed. That's all it is. That's it. The same way I broke down the other day to my peoples. You see, when you get the mail, you see, what's the emblem of the mail? The eagle. For those that know history, back in the day, they sent messages through birds. A fact. They knew how to train the birds. The same way you always see Mike Tyson with the pigeon coop. A lot of people know how to train birds. Well, guess what? In ancient times, they sent messages through birds that will fly hundreds of miles to deliver the message. And then the people receiving the message knew what bird to look for. That's why you see the bird on the U.S. mail. They also showed you that in Game of Thrones. This is all real stuff. So everything you see is based on what was already here. Is not the light made after the sun? Of course it is, because the sun is the greatest light of all lights. But everything you see, fire, all that, it's the sun first. You feel me? So everything you see, that's why I say ain't nothing new. That's why they say ain't nothing new under the sun. That's not just a slogan, a cliche. It's the truth. Nothing you see is new. Do you understand? They were smoking weed in the Roman days. They were smoking weed in ancient Egypt. They was doing opium. Every drug that's out is not new. Nothing is new. It's just new on how they push it. It's new how they utilize it. It's new on what they did. Ain't nothing new, y'all. So other than that, I'm reading these comments. Y'all keep me going longer. Yeah, you know about Brother Panic. Yeah, Brother Panic, he be kicking some stuff. Brother Panic talked about the duality in hood movies. Pretty interesting. Yeah, I seen him going into it the other day. You know, I always talk about hood movies. Exactly. I saw it pop up. Yep. And hold up. If you remain wholehearted and genuine, good will come. That's a fact. That's a fact. When you good, you will attract good. When you bad, you're gonna attract bad. That's just how the universe works. The universe don't play. Look, you can play all day, but the universe ain't gonna play with you. Because the universe is here before you, and the universe is going to be here before you. That's how it works. People think they could cheat the universe. Nah, you can't do that. That's called a fool. That's right. In Egypt, they found cocaine and weed and coffins. Exactly. That stuff been going on. But all that stuff is used for healing. All the drugs now that's used as warfare at one point was healing for our people. And I told you, they take everything and reverse it. They used to be healing. Because if you was in war and they had to remove a blade from your fucking stomach, they had to put you on some cocaine and some opioids to numb your body up so they could perform the surgery and stitch you back up. That's what it was for. Also, when they was going to warfare, they would eat on the coca leaf and, put the heroin in their body so they won't feel the pain when they getting stabbed up and stuff like that. All of that was our natural stuff that was for other purposes. That was some of the stuff that helped us defeat them. So therefore, they took that and turned it against you. Get it? All this stuff, man. None of this stuff new. Your peoples used to grow sugar cane. Now your peoples is the most with diabetes that get sick from sugar. See the difference? Everything they flip on you. Everything. You heard what you caught what I just said. Your peoples used to grow sugar cane. There was a time when sugar was the highest commodity like cocaine in the world. But now sugar is killing people. What they always tell you. Who's the most people they say got diabetes? Huh? Who's the most people got to take insulin? And we the same people that used to grow the sugar cane and they made us work the sugar fields. Now we the number one people allegedly that's dying from high blood pressure and sugar diabetes. See that? I'm telling you, man. That's right. So salute to everybody. About to get out of here. All the hard drugs was used for healing and medicinal purposes. These cave dwellers turn around and use it for bad. Exactly. That's a fact. It's all facts. They use it to get paid and use it against us. All right, y'all. Thanks for pulling up. Thanks for tapping in. Episode 312. Salute everybody in the bushes. Everybody on the replay. On that note, I'm up out of here. Y'all have a good day, and I'm going to holler back at y'all tomorrow. 1.